there. Today's video on Items of Interest channel is about this carbon fiber knife that I printed out. It's from a game called Subnautica, and it's a pretty cool diving knife. And it printed out in two parts using carbon fiber PLA filament, and came out pretty well. And the assembly video follows this recording, so just hang on there. So this is an assembly video for the carbon fiber knife review I'm doing, and the halves came out really nicely and they seem to fit together well. So the next step is to get the super glue on them. This is, I believe what it's called, cyanoacrylate glue, furniture type glue that works pretty well. And I've got on this white scrap of paper because I don't want to get any onto the surface of the giant mouse pad I have down here. So what you want to do is just get enough of a bead of glue to keep the parts happy. What I'm doing is I'm following the outline of the knife to get enough bead of a glue so that the edges stick. And then I'll put a little glue in the middle so the middle gets along with the idea. Do it carefully because I don't want to smear the glue at all. Yeah, it's really minimal stringing, not a whole lot of cleanup to do on this print. Getting a little beading out of the super glue. Not much. I think the ironing worked well. Just have to make sure that the halves are mated properly. You know, you can do this by hand. But you also have to make sure that the print doesn't slide around with the glue on it. You have to hold it down. Once you're completely certain that it's kind of accurate, press down on it, hold it for at least 30 seconds, if not a minute, just to make sure the super glue sets. And if we did this, we should have a fully functioning knife. Now, the problem with some of the carbon fiber that I've been working with is that it can be brittle. And so this knife may have a brittleness factor to contend with. Let's see if it's happy. Turn it over, press it down on the other side. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out because, like I said, minimal cleanup, came right off the bed. Didn't have much issues with getting it off the bed as I thought I would do. Here's another thing I printed out in PLA, and as you can see here, the hinges started to come apart when I used a larger bolt than was specified. And that's because carbon fiber PLA is plastic, it's not metal. And so you can have this kind of distortion effect. Although I thought basically the tripod turned out pretty well using the ironing method that I also used for the knife. All right, so far so good. Yeah, it's a little rough, not too bad. Some burrs in the ring. Yeah, there's some cooler versions of this knife out there too, light up versions and things like that. And I may cover that stuff in a future video. But that's it, Subnautica carbon fiber knife. So that's the assembly video for this knife, and as I found out, it works out fairly well, although what I was saying in the video about it being a fully functional knife, it's a little bit of a misnomer because it's not really a fully functional knife, right? It is made out of plastic. It can cut paper and things. I tried that test. The tip tended to get a little deformed when I tried to do that type of thing. But the one thing to remember is that these knives are very imposing, and you don't want to frighten people with these or get in trouble with the law, for example, by taking this type of knife replica into places where it shouldn't go. I mean, that kind of rule runs for cosplay weapons as well, so I mean, people generally know that. But I do like the way this turned out. And as I was saying in the assembly video, the fact that it printed out so well without any support issues made it really kind of a fun 3D print to do for this time.